He's back. Raw Truth is back in the building. We in round two of the playoffs. And I'm going to address some things. It's time to get this stuff on the table. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. The realist is about to speak on this topic called these NBA playoffs. And who's the best and who's the greatest and who's this and who's that. The champs are going home. Let me say that first and foremost. Sorry, my brother DC. Your boys are home. They've gone fishing. Probably into the mountains of Montana. Maybe they went and visit Phil Jackson and did some fly fishing with him. I don't know. But the Mavs are gone. The Mavs are gone. The Hawks are gone. The Bulls are gone. The only pick that I missed, and I only missed that, y'all know, because D Rose, the first game they won, D Rose was there. And he got hurt, and they lost that series to Philly. If D Rose don't get hurt, my pick would have been correct with the Bulls beating the Philly. All right, so that's out the way. So Bulls is home, Mavs is home, Hawks is home, Nuggets is home, Jazz is home. Who else? Who Thunder? Let me see. Help me out here. Celtics. Oh, Magic is home. The Magic is home. So all of my picks have proven to be true. The Knicks is home too. Carmelo and the crew, they home. All them cold players, Baron Davis, Jeremy Lin, Tyson Chandler, Carmelo Anthony, J.R. Smith, Iman Shumpert. All them beasts is sitting home. What that tell you? You could try to put all these people together all you want. When it comes down to it, it's about team chemistry. Shout out to the Spurs, because them boys is balling out of control, playing the game the right way. Shout out to Eric. Shout out to Diana, who's also a Spurs fan. Um, y'all team is balling right now. They playing the game the right way. Okay, you got to give credit where credit's due. Okay, my team, we know the Lakers. We squeaked through. We squeaked through against a tough Nuggets team, but we won in Game 7. Kobe played a phenomenal game, by the way. Very Magic Johnson like, getting everybody else involved. 8 assists, hitting that dagger three when the game was close right at the end to really make sure they didn't have a chance to come back. Those little simple intangibles make a world of a difference. Okay, so let me just say this. Now we're in the second round. Let me jump right into the heat of the action, baby. We're in the second round, and we got Lakers against Thunder. We all know what happened the other night. They was resting for almost 10 days. Lakers beat down off a 7-game series, came in there and got their heads cracked open. But actually, the Thunder was supposed to do that to them. If the Thunder, with the young guns they got, didn't bust the Lakers' head open after coming out of a 7-game series, then something's wrong with them. Okay? So nobody shouldn't be surprised that the Lakers lost the first game. Do I think the Lakers can beat the Thunder? I'm a die-hard Lakers fan, but I'm also a realist. And I got to be honest, with Bynum's attitude, up and down play, Steve Blake give me banging 5 threes one game and then he come back and give me nothing. You know, Paul Gasol, game 7, goes off, plays like a true all-around, most skilled big man. And then he give me soft stuff. It's up and down. We got too many up and down players on our team. So that lends me to think there's no way they can beat the Thunder with that type of play. If everybody came to play every night and gave their A game, then they can beat the Thunder. I know they can. But that's a big if. Only one come to play every night. Maybe two of them. Artest is going to give you full effort on the defensive end, at least, even if he's off. And Kobe Bryant is going to give you 100% on both sides of the court. That's the only two players I could count on every game. Well, you can't beat a Thunder team with two players playing full throttle every game. On the only two players you got that's going to do that. Bynum, one good game, one bad game. Steve Blake, one good game, one bad game. Barnes, one good game, one bad game. Come on, man. That's foolishness, man. What kind of team effort is that? So here's my picks. I'm gonna just go ahead and lay it on the line. Of course, my heart wants the Lakers to beat the Thunder. I want Kobe to give a shot to get the 6th ring. I feel he only got a few more years left before everything is gonna start to break down in his body. It's just the reality. He got too much mileage on his knees and his body and everything else. Over 58,000 minutes supposedly, I think, is the total. That's ridiculous. 16 years, 58,000 minutes. That's crazy. His body can't go too much longer. Okay, so he ain't got but a short window to get that ring. Get that 6th ring to tie MJ with the ring total. So my heart says Lakers will beat them, but my head knowledge says, based off of the up and down play, they're gonna lose. Spurs gonna beat the Clippers. Clippers will give them some close games. Clippers will get 1 to 2 games. That will not be a 7 game series. Okay. So that series will be over in 5 or 6. Boston against Philly. That's going 6 or 7. I picked 6. If you had to pinpoint me to one, I would say 6. But it's possible to go 7. But Boston will win that. Heat Pacers, 6 or 7. But Miami will win that. And it's going to set up really the 4, I guess you would say, best true teams in the NBA to play. Boston, Miami. Boston, Miami. Spurs, Thunder. And I know you Lakers fans gonna be like, man, Al, come on, man. You love Kobe, you love the Lakers. You've been a Lakers fan for 32 years. You bleed purple and gold, but I'm not stupid. I see what I see. And I see Kobe don't have them killers on his team. He don't have them dudes that have that hunger and that fire and that desire every night to go in that foxhole and bust heads open. He don't have it. He tries to impart it, but it don't work. That's one thing I got to give Michael Jordan credit for. As crazy he might have been, I heard stories about his craziness as a teammate and all that. He figured out a way to get all his players and role players to do exactly what he wanted them and he needed them to do. And you saw the results. That part, you got to give him an advantage and an edge over Kobe. And that's just real talk. So, Thunder Spurs. If I got to pick right now out of Thunder Spurs who's going to win, I'm going with the Spurs. The Spurs bench is too deep. They're playing lights out, and their bench is just, there's no bench that could touch their bench. And you win with your 6, 7, and 8 player, and you win playing defense. The Spurs play D, and they got the best bench. That's a daily combination. So I would say Spurs over Thunder, Boston, and Heat. If here's the catch, y'all mark my words, and don't say I flipped. If they don't get Bosch back by the Boston series, and he is right and healthy 100%, Boston will upset the Heat. But if they get Bosch back, I got Heat beating Boston. Now, I can't lie to y'all. Y'all know the NBA. I hate to say this, Mr. Stern. If you're listening, you know I know it's a money game. It's a money thing, I know. Spurs versus Boston, they don't want to see that. The NBA don't want to see that. That's not the money. The money matchup is the Thunder and the Heat. Or the Lakers and the Heat. That's money matchups. This stuff is about money, just like with boxers, man. Certain boxing things make the bigger money. Well, certain NBA matchups make the bigger money. Nobody don't want to see Boston against the Spurs, man, except the people in Boston and the people in San Antonio. Come on, man. So the reality is this stuff is about money. Kind of not getting off the track. Roger Goodell, everything he doing to hurt the Saints, that's a money thing. You got to see through the smoke screens. Look through the smoke screens. Giving that dude a year for that when he was listening to his authorities, that's a bunch of bogus foolishness. All of them other dudes, they suspended. You got the coach suspended. The Super Bowl is in New Orleans this year. You don't think, look, I need 2 teams. This is how the business side of this works. I need 2 teams to come from 2 other cities to another city, a neutral city, so I can get the most maximum impact money. If the Saints play Super Bowl in New Orleans, if they could some kind of way get to the Super Bowl, he loses money. Y'all got to see this. It's not that he's trying to put a standard and all of that stuff, man. That's bogusness, man. That dude is trying to make that cheese. And the more money matchup is 2 teams coming from a different city, not having one in the city where the Super Bowl is. All you got to do is have a little bit of business sense to understand that. So back to basketball. Well, Kobe Bryant, I know y'all get tired of me going back onto this, but I'm not letting off of it. I don't care what you say. He got robbed again. LeBron had a fantastical season. I mean, ridiculous season. Stats off the chain. But that fool didn't close games. All throughout the year, he made all kind of mistakes when it was on the line. You gonna tell me you the best? You ain't had but a few more wins than Kobe this year. 41 and 25 to what? They ended up with 46 wins. That's 5 more wins. So when y'all go with the win argument, he didn't have that many more wins than Kobe. Kobe had more 40-point games than him, more 30-point games than him. See, and that's what I'm saying. He's playing with all these injuries. So he finishes 4th in the MVP race. Are you kidding me? LeBron, Durant, CP3, and then Kobe, then Tony Parker. Man, y'all out y'all mind, man. That dude done been robbed so many times, man. It's ridiculous, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm about to start one of them people that get behind in a like a injustice league or something. Start a case for robbing people out of MVPs, man. That dude, history. You messed with somebody's history. That's what makes it so foul. He been robbed, and I'm not gonna stop saying it until somebody call me up, get me invited on ESPN so I can break this stuff down and call it for what it is. Because I don't care. I'm gonna speak my mind. I don't care what nobody think. And I'm gonna tell you that it's got some racial implications to it. I can break the whole thing down to show you why they gave it to Steve Nash that year. I can break all of the stuff when he got burned them 2 years. Why they gave it to Tim Duncan the other year is because they liked them. And I'm not letting off of it. Be Will, man, you could come up with all that foolishness you want. Tim Duncan had a phenomenal year. Wasn't better than Kobe's year that year. Steve Nash had a phenomenal year. Wasn't better than Kobe's year that year. I don't care. A 7 seed. A 7 seed. The fact that he got in the playoffs with that garbage team he had that year automatically ought to been he should have been #1 MVP with the performances he put up and got that old bogus team into the playoffs. You remember the team he had? Smush Parker, Kwame Brown, Luke Walton. Are you kidding me? Be Will, sit down with that foolishness, man. Shout out to Marcellus, man. Marcellus, I ain't forget about you, man. At least you keep it real. You, JB, y'all keeps that thing real, man. Leon the underdog keeps it real, man. I can't be dealing with these old flaky, jakey, up and down sports hypocrite cats, man. Be killing me with that foolishness. I'm coming with real, true facts. Y'all be coming up with hypotheticals. And with that, I didn't give you the final pick. Spurs, if it's Heat, Spurs beat Heat. If it's Boston, Spurs beat Boston. Spurs beat whoever come out the East. That's it. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Peace out.